Hello, I'm here to talk about my mom and dating. Yes, senior dating. God bless her. I love her. 68 years old, still going strong. But there's some things you don't want to hear from your mom. Like the first incident was she called me on the way home. I didn't pick up. I didn't have hands free at the time. I walk in the door. My daughter's like, call grandma. It's important. I call her. She lives in Florida. She's like, is your laptop charged? I'm like, yes, it's important. Turn on your laptop right away. I need to get you to get on your laptop. Really? You're scaring me, Ma. What is so important that I need to get on my laptop like now? And she's like, well, I was supposed to meet this guy today, and he sent me a message that he's sorry that he didn't make it, but he got called into work. And I sent him another message, and now my laptop is crashed. I need to get into my laptop. So I have to sign on to her POF account. I go into it, and there's a message from this man. First of all, my mother, I didn't want to tell her, got called into work last minute. Didn't talk about meeting again. Probably showed up and ditched her or got a better offer and didn't show up. I love my mom. She's a wonderful woman. But, sorry, I think those are the facts. Didn't tell her that, but I humored her. I opened up her email. Oh, dear God, no child should have to see this about their parent. My eyes were bleeding. I tell her I can't read it. She's like, oh, be an adult. Read it to me. Oh, I'm so an adult, but not going to read this to my mom. I texted to her, but I'll share with you. He says, oh, I don't think we should meet as I'm very much, here it comes, into oral sex. And I feel you're not. So I don't think we're compatible. Really? Do you want to hear that about your mom? No. Like I said, 68, God bless her, still going strong. But share with someone else. Not me. Not your child. Share with your friends. You're in a 55 and over community. You live in Florida. Plenty of seniors down there. Share with somebody else. Okay. So then here we go. Yet another story. She's up here visiting and we're in the car and she's saying how the guy that she's seeing, he hasn't made a move. I ignore it. She's like, oh, well, do you know what I'm talking about? You know, he hasn't made any moves. Yeah, kind of, but don't want to hear it. She's like, well, I don't think his equipment works. Really? I know what you were talking about. I really didn't want to hear it. I am an adult, but no, don't want to hear it. The kids in the back seat, they got their headphones in because they don't want to hear it. Because grandma thinks she's talking in code. Because then she says she's talking to the bartender, a woman, at AMVETS, VFW, one of those. She, God bless her, keeps busy. She's out there trying to find that man, that one and only. And I hope she finds him soon. But she says she's talking and says, well, there's other things you can do. Really? Stop talking, Mom. Your daughter does not want to hear it. And your grandchildren, really? They know what you're talking about. That's why they got the headphones in. And so she says, well, she says, there's other things you can do. And my mother proceeds to say, I told her, I give as good as I get. Really? Really? God, my ears. No. Don't want to hear that you'll give as good as you get. No. And then she's dating another guy. Well, someone asks her, how things going? You know, how's it? She proceeds to say she sealed the deal. I'm like, really? Did you have to say that in front of me? What? What? Yeah, I know what seal the deal means. Again, I'm an adult. I am an adult. I know these things. Your grandchildren know what you mean by seal the deal. Then we go off to Florida. She lives in Florida. She comes meet my brother. She's staying with us. Yay! And we're going to Disney for the Sweet 16. My mother is walking around Disney bumping into people, into things. We were afraid she was going to fall and break her hip because the head is down into the phone and the finger is non-stop texting. We didn't have to worry about telling the teenagers that were with us. We didn't have to worry about the adults constantly looking at our phones. We whipped out our phones to take pictures. My mother, I love her. I'm glad she's happy. She was smiling, laughing, probably sexting. Yes. Oh, God. I don't want to think about that. And then we go back to the room. She proceeds then the next day to say how she was up the whole night texting the new man. Then in the car, he calls. And she says to him, oh, don't worry. I have my own room. You don't have to worry about what you say or what we do on the phone. Again, too much information for your children and grandchildren. Oh, dear God. No. Some people think it's funny. Ugh, she's on every dating site going. POF, OkCupid, Christian Mingle. Yeah, Christian Mingle. My mother's not very religious. I love you, Mom, but you're not religious. Christian Mingle, that's a stretch. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe she's praying she meets the right man. Our Time. There's so many out there. She's just on everyone going. Every single one going. And God bless her. She goes on lots of dates, but hasn't found the right one. I had to hear a message that she left in my voicemail because I called her. She called me back and I didn't pick up. And the voicemail says that she's with Ron. She's going to go meet Ron, okay? Ron, who is the most amazing kisser ever, should get an award. World's greatest kisser. Really? Don't want to hear it. Then she says, if you call back, I don't pick up. It's because I'm heading over to Ron's and we'll be getting busy on the couch. Really? Get busy wherever you want. Just don't tell me. Okay? Don't tell your daughter. I proceed when I hear these stories. She gives me TMI. I share with my sisters. They're like, and my brother. It really grosses them out. And they're like, we don't want to hear it. I go, oh, really? If you don't want to hear it, that's just too bad. If I've got to hear it, oh, I'm sharing. I'm sharing with you. And my mother got an iPhone. Well, I had to say to my brother, as he says, we upgraded Mom from her BlackBerry to an iPhone. So now she can have FaceTime with the grandchildren. I said, oh, she can also have some FaceTime with her boy toys. Yeah, my brother sent back. Oh, I just vomited in my mouth. Yeah, welcome to our world. She shares with us. Well, she doesn't share with my one sister. She doesn't want to hear it. She shares with me. Mostly me. Because I just don't say anything. Kind of hold the phone out and go, throwing in a little here and there. Oh, my goodness. But you might say it's funny. Funny to you, but think about this. If it was your mom, would you want to hear your mom say, hey, your father and I sealed the deal last night? Or men, would you want to hear your dad say, hey, gave it really good to your mom last night? No. You don't want to hear it about your parents. No. So, since she's sharing her stories with me, and until she finds that one special man, I'm going to share with all of you. So, I think you guys will find it funny. Me, not so much. Want to cry. Yeah, my mom to just not tell me. But I will share with you. So, we will have a chronicle of Pat's senior dating. So, stay tuned for the next video. Until then, goodbye.